Hey guys, it's Jason from Overhype Studios and welcome back to part 2 of our new Let's Play series. When we last left off, we just finished Hoggart the Weasel and our first contract. And well, now we are settling off into the world to find new contracts, and I think first stop will be Karkburg. We didn't see a contract there when we've last been there, but maybe one spawned by now. Then we're gonna quickly jump down to Wunderstadt and then maybe check Hohenfeste for some contracts, so that we get some more monies. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna equip some of the stuff that we looted from Hoggart, because then it will get repaired. So, this is Magnus, it doesn't need that. He will take the sword. He is very good melee skill, so he doesn't need a spear. Then, of course, the monk will get the bandages, how fitting. So, we will also need another dedicated archer. We have some arrows and the bow left. He has high talent, but 35 is really low skill, so we're gonna wait for some level ups. These are really bad, all of them. I cannot get away with actually giving one of these guys a bow. No, I won't do that for now. Let's change the backup weapon for something decent and switch you out. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's head on. So when selling off trade goods like the cloth that we have looted, you should always go to a really big town, because then you can get a really high price for that. So let's get some more arrows. They're pretty cheap here, and some tools and supplies they used to repair armor. We get that, and maybe get some more arrows, like so. I think there's nothing else that we want to do there right now. Let's head down to Wunderstadt. And maybe we're gonna find a contract there, or maybe hit up the tavern for some rumors. The rumors usually tell you about what's going on in the world, where you can find contracts, or when there's like a location nearby that you can raid. And it's always a very good idea to check the tavern for some rumors. There you can see some footsteps over there, so something's going on. Okay, this is like a really big city. Where do I start? Okay, first off, we now have the temple. We can take a look. We want them to heal or treat the wound Bernard has. And you can see his dirty bandages. We're gonna treat it. It's for like 110. Okay, and so now his wound is treated, and it will heal up in just 1 to 2 days. We had 3 to 5 days before, and now he will not get a gangrene or something. Let's sell the cloth that we got. 180. That's not that much actually, but whatever. Okay. What else? What else? Let's get some decent armor. This looks good. We have to repair it a bit, but never mind that. And a helmet. That looks really good. So you get another of these caps. As I told you before, we always want the two-handed guy to have the best armor, and second best I give to my best fighter, and that's Magnus. He's a very high melee skill, and it's overall a really important guy, being one of the core brothers. Okay, so Adalbert can get an armor, and Aina, you will get something decent as well. I mean, it doesn't really fit like this. I'm gonna switch it around. I don't like the straw hats too much. They really look really look stupid with that. Okay, this looks a bit better. And you can get a spear, so very low melee skill. Okay. So let's hit up the tavern. And the first rumor, you go in there, talk to the patrons, and the first rumor will usually be free. And oh wow, he tells me something. This is another new thing. I can just quickly read it out. Bunch of lowlifes tried raiding a caravan on the hills a long way from here. They all got slain, but rumor has it that some valuable weapon went missing during the fight. the caravan guards have been searching for it frantically since. So this is a rumor that hints to a named weapon location. There are named weapons in the game now, and they have been before, but now we added named armors and named shields, so body armor and helmets. And these are very, very powerful items with a unique look. And he tells us there's a couple of information we can take from this. It's in the hills, he says, and it's a long way from here. So that's not too helpful. I mean, this is not, I think he won't consider this a long way, so I suppose it's either here somewhere or it's over here in these hills. So what we have to do is to get more rumors, because some rumors will give you the directions, and so you can go to another town, get a rumor of the direction, and you can combine what you learn from these rumors to actually find the location. And there usually is a very hard fight there, so it's a bit too early in the game for doing that. Okay. That is all too expensive for me now. Let's take a look at the contract. What do we have here? So Joost the Younger is a city. He runs as an important character in the city, and he tells us that bandits have been harrying them. So I think he wants us to take care of that, and he gives us 160 crowns in advance and 240, and when the job is done. It's really low paid, but I think it's not very difficult contract. I want more on completion. Okay, I already pushed him a bit too far. If I want to try that again, he will most likely kick me out of his office or whatever, so I will have to accept the offer. And maybe have a quick look at the recruits. We could use one guy more. Wow, these guys are really expensive. Here's a new background that we have in the game. This is a cripple. He's very cheap backer, very cheap. But he's also he's very bad. Let's quickly look. Do we have one we can hire? These caravan guards are usually not too bad. They have good fatigue. Oh, we get that guy. We just need a lot of guys. Okay, he has, I mean, his talents really suck, but he has a very good melee skill with 52, and that's a good way to start. There you go, Olafur. Welcome on the team. So let's head out to that Free People's Camp. That's what they call themselves, the Free Peoples, where they're just bandits. And let's get rid of them. There's some huge footsteps you can see by the size, and there's some small ones. You can, by the size, it tells you about the party. Okay, that's the militia hunting some bandits over there. Okay, let's head in there. We're still in the steppe environment, so it's like a sandy desert type. It's not really desert; it's more like, you know, in the Mediterranean. These are only thugs. Here's a Zax. It's pretty dangerous, and I'm just gonna wait a little bit till they come closer. But I'm just gonna shoot this guy. 56. Well done, and instantly got a pierced chest. He got a little bit too close. I'm gonna move these two guys, and then I can attack him with the pitchforks. Okay, some nasty-looking bandits coming up. Let's just move up a little bit and wait, so that later in the turn we can attack. Okay, I'm gonna move up, attack. Wow, this guy's really toast, pierced arm muscles on top. He's completely down. I'm just gonna finish him off with the two-handed axe. Or not. Emmerich, come on. It's not really a finishing kind of guy. He missed that in the last fight as well. Okay, let's move up Magnus. And this guy has a spear, because the thugs are really bad, usually stats-wise. But when they have a spear, they tend to hit a lot of attacks, so I want to get rid of that guy instantly. Here's another spear guy, that's bad. Okay, move up, fight that guy. Ah, he blocked it with his buckler. I could get out the dog, but it's not really a good idea to use him as another brother in the melee fight, because he's very weak. and enemies will really love to attack him, and so he basically is just dead then. Well then, just knocked off his cap. And another hit, that's okay. We can move up and finish this guy off, hopefully. Well done. It's got like instant morale boost. You can see the small blue flags over here flying and the small white flags. And so he's wavering, and these are confident. And that actually boosts their skills in combat. As you can see here, it increases like by 10% all the abilities, which is actually a massive boost, so you really want that. He's surrounded by 3 guys, so I don't want to risk it and put up a shield wall. Gives a lot of defensive bonus. I'm a bit scared of this guy. Wow, instant bleeding damage. I mean, he still has 48 hit points left, so but maybe this is a good point in time to use my bandages. You can see his weapons all bloody with the blood of Magnus. But time for revenge, let's stab him. He has no good armor and no shield. This guy is pretty much toast. Well done. Oh, still hitting them. Now it's your chance. Come on, Emmerich has like really bad luck. Or he's just bad, I don't know. All of the shooting angles are blocked, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna try a shot. I should under the back guy can hit this guy, so maybe I hit one of them. Wow, right in the shield. These guys are really good at using the bucklers. Let's try to finish this guy off. Oh, that guy, this one. Well done. Oh, and this is going down. This is going south really fast. Okay, 12 hit points left, and he's bleeding, so he won't make it that long. I really have to get going. Well done, Olafur. First time seeing combat and instantly chopping off heads. Just gonna wait with him because I want Einar to move in here. Stab the guy in the face. Well done. And now he's really low health. It's only 3 guys left. I think I can release the hounds. Okay. Now I moved a bit oddly. I'm just gonna move up here. Just basically blocking myself from attacking. That's not a very good thing to do. Magnus really needs some relief, so instead of shield walling, I will have to go for one of these guys. This guy, that was a really good hit to the face. Down he goes. Okay, now it's the time for our monk. Oh no, it costs 9 AP. Yeah, that's too bad. I could have healed him otherwise. But maybe try to finish this guy or push him away. I think if I push him away, he's gonna be in the zone of control of our guy here in the back. Oh, and I missed. That's too bad. Now, it could well be that Magnus is pretty much dead. Well done. Okay, I have another chance. I have a couple of guys acting actually before, so well done, good hit. Move up here, try to hit. Oh, well done. Now finally you redeemed yourself. Really redeemed yourself. I'm like missing 2 hits, and then finally the one for the killing blow to save Magnus. Look at him. I mean, he's completely beat up. It's like all his wounds, bandages, his face cut, and he has got pierced arm muscles, severely reducing his melee skill and and ranged skill. That's really bad. And I have to position myself better next time. So Bernard the Brave, you can still see his wound, can apply the bandage before anything bad happens. Okay, we have 2 level ups as well. Let's quick look at the loot. Some cloth, some me. Not that good. Some food, a little bit of gold. Yeah, but it was not to be expected that we get like some crazy loot from these guys. Okay. Let's quickly look at this. So I think I'm going to want to heal that up. And what we can do now is take a look at the perks. Okay, let's start out with Magnus. He's okay. Now his skills are really low because of this. So here you can see the current skills, not the total skill. And he has pretty high hit points, 60, and double talent. So what I will do is explain the perk system first before picking something. Okay, with each level, you will unlock a new row of perks. So every time you're leveling up, you have something new to pick from. So on the second level, I will have this line available, and on this level, we have added weapon specializations. So for each kind of weapon, let's look at sword mastery, and we have added a mastery that you can pick. And this usually reduces fatigue for all sword-related skills by 25%. Then gives a unique bonus. For example, this one adds that riposte doesn't have a hit chance penalty anymore. And also it adds 5% to hit bonus to the split and swing skills from two-handed swords. So you can pick one of example. Let's take a look at the crossbow mastery. It's 25% less fatigue, and also it increases the armor penetrating damage by 20% when using a crossbow. So you can really pick a specialization. You don't have to, of course, because you can pick like all perks from the first row. It doesn't matter. I mean, you still get unlock the next row, so you don't have to put a perk in this to unlock this. So, and I will just quickly go over the perks in the beginning. We have a student, increases your learning experience, recover. You can use this to massively reduce your fatigue. Then we have adrenaline, which you can activate and then act first in the next turn. Pathfinder, that's the old perk that you will know, move through difficult terrain. Bags and belts is adding 2 another bags where you can put stuff. 9 lives. First killing blow is ignored, that you will receive Colossus, increasing 25% hit points, your hit points by 25%. Then we have crippling strikes, increasing the chance to inflict injuries, and we have fast adaptation, which we changed around a bit. It now gives just 7% chance to hit after you missed an attack, but this bonus will stack until you hit. Okay, as I explained before, 2 talents and hit points, and 60 hit points, that's like predetermined for our Colossus pick. Here we go, and now you can see the talents in action. These stars increase the 2 stars and 1 star increase the minimum you can roll on these values by 1 or by 2, and 3 stars can also increase the maximum. So let's pick definitely the health points. We will make this guy kind of a tank, so fatigue is very important for him as well. And what we pick is just increase the melee skill. This is crazy high with 58, so let's pick it. Okay, now we have Hubert. He's like one of the brothers we had with us at the start. He's using crossbow, and he's inflicting an insane amount of injuries. So, and crossbows are very good for inflicting injuries because they tend to do a lot of direct damage and high health point damage. So what I will pick for him is the crippling strikes ability that increases his chance to cause injuries even further, like so. And now we will definitely increase his range skill. His range defense is very good to have for guys in the back because they don't have a shield. And what else do we want to expand? He doesn't really need that much fatigue. Hit points could be good. I mean, his melee skill is like a +1 roll is really not satisfying to pick. Or we could pick his increase his initiative or his melee defense. Let's pick his melee defense. I mean, we don't want him to be a melee, but he will be at some point. Let's pick that. Okay, there you go. Now, we are returning. I think we won't make it before nightfall. But we can cash in the contract anyways. Oh, we just did. What we also added is that now in the contract, back at the contract, you will see that we how many crowns you earned. So that's really helpful to see on one glance, like the effect. This is like really low pay. That hardly pays for Actually, just for treating the wound. I will do it anyways. That contract was absolutely not worth it. Okay, I just checking the tavern to maybe find some place where we get a contract. And indeed, one patron tells us a group of young lads left for Singhoven some days ago. They are looking to hire armed men over there, willing to pay really good. I just hope they make it back alive. And that's our queue, right? Let's go over there, quickly sell off the cloth. Sell some nice, we don't need those right now, but just cleaver, club, these small shields, tunics. Get rid of all that stuff. Doesn't bring us a lot of money, but hey. Let's grab some more cheap food. And yeah, why not some throwing weapons? I'm a really big fan of throwing weapons. I feel that they are underused a bit. And let's put him in reserve until his wound is healed. This is too severe, he won't be of any use for us, like this. Okay, who's getting the throwing weapons? Oh, they're so also bad, I forgot about that. They're also bad with the... This guy's decent. Okay, let's just hand you this, get a better armor, there you go. Okay, and off we are to Singhoven. Where is that actually? Oh, it's over here. Well, I think we firstly should have a quick look in to Kargburg and Hohenfeste. And maybe just stroll through the hills over here and hope to find some random location. I mean, this is always possible. But a word of caution, when you run into a random location, like out in the wilderness, you always have to be very careful that it's not too strong for you, or that the enemy stationed there will just, just rip you apart. Okay, let's have a quick look in the city. Maybe there's something happening there. And then we make our way to Hohenfeste, on the lookout for some new contracts. Okay, there's not a lot going on. Still the same guys. This will take some time for new mercenaries to be available. So if you decide to like buy all mercenaries in one city, it will take a couple of days until new recruits arrive. Or if you're looking for someone else, then they will change over time. Okay. Along the way, Magnus tells us that we should make contracts or help the cities, settlements, and the noble houses, because that will increase their relation with us. And the higher the relation, the better prices we will get. But also some contracts will only unlock when you have a good relation to some to the house, or also. So you can see in Seefeld we have already an open relation. That was the first small village that we started, and so prices will be pretty good over there. And we didn't have any noble house contracts available yet, so none of these will actually have a better relation, because we didn't do any contracts for them. Okay, so I like to walk a bit at the side of the road, so that you can stumble into some locations, or some enemies are camping out. Let's take a look if there's something to do in Hohenfeste. We are really in the southern region. We can also consider going to Seefeld and grab a ship to somewhere. Let's pay the patrons to... maybe somebody gives us a hint for a location. Okay, he also refers to that named item. But unfortunately we don't get any more information from him. Okay, he gives us another one, and he also tells us who guards the... it's a named armor. So, to the northeast... okay, familiar with orcs, massive beasts and strong as oxen. A mercenary band that called themselves Radobrecht's Swords came through, headed northeast to hunt them down some weeks ago. They never returned, but their leader wore the most impressive armor I've ever seen in my life. So if you want that armor, you should go to the northeast. But before you do that, you should be ready to to face Orcs, and I suppose not a small amount. So maybe we come back to that when we've made a couple of extra levels and have some decent equipment. The Orcs, I think, are the hardest enemies in the early game, because they have an insane amount of hit points and they do a lot of damage, and just with their brute force they will just one hit most of your guys in the early game. This is not a good idea to engage them. Okay, let's head down here, and if we don't get a contract like here or in Singholm, I mean this one, well, this is burning down, what happened over there, and probably it has to do with the contract in Singholm, because one guy told us they are looking for armed men. So let's have a quick look in here, and then we go to Singholm, where we most likely will find a contract, and then it's the end of the episode. But we'll have a look there before. So the prices here should be good. Because I have a good relation. Let's grab a couple of fishies. And here's another consumable item that we added. It's an antidote. You can use that to get rid of any poison. So if you get poisoned by goblin arrows, I mean, people who played the game a little bit more know what I'm talking about. Then you can just knock back the antidote, and you're ready to go. The goblin poison, by the way, doesn't do any damage, as many people think it does. But it severely reduces your action points, for example, and that basically takes you out of the combat for 2 or 3 turns. It's really nasty. Okay, let's have a quick look in Singhoven, and then it's the end of the episode. For now, here we can get some amber over here. That's a good idea. Okay, and he didn't lie. There are actually contracts over here. So, in the next episode we will take a look at these contracts and take one on, or maybe even both. So, see you next time, and bye.